Aloha mai kako. Welcome to our Muʻumuʻu Month wrap up. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Today is January 31st. Some of you are joining us live. Some of you are probably catching the replay because we're coming to you live, but from a totally different time. This month has been amazing and also very busy. So we couldn't do our normal Saturday morning class. And so we decided to squeeze one more live in here before the end of the month so that we can wrap up our mele that we've been doing here on Facebook, which is a Kuʻu Tūtū by Marika Venepukui and Maddie Lam. And also just talk a little bit about all of the amazing things that have been happening for Muʻumuʻu Month. So if you have been joining us all month long, we've been talking about Muʻumuʻu Month, and we'll tell you a little bit about some of the events that happened this past month and how you can join in throughout the rest of the year and next January, if we can even think about January 2023. I don't even know what that looks like, but anyways, today will be a little bit shorter class, probably. We'll see. We're not going to do all of our chants and prayers, but I do want to give shout outs to those of you that are joining us live. So please feel free to drop into the comments where you're joining us from and say aloha to your hula brothers and sisters all around the world. I think we might have a different group actually joining us because it's like 12 hours later than we normally 11 hours later. So we're happy to have you folks. Hopefully some of you are joining us live for the very first time and some of you are just staying up way too late wherever you live. But anyhow, without further ado, I believe it's time. Aloha homai, welcome back. Again, I'm Kumu Kanoi. This is Halau na Puahala Kuno Kekai, and this is our home. Actually, our family is right on the other side of that wall eating dinner right now because it's dinner time. But you know us, we're crazy. We just gotta, the show must go on. Anyhow, I wanted to say aloha to those of you that are joining us live. So, a special shout out to Patricia Reddy. I don't know what time it is for you, but it's probably crazy early or late. Sunhee Lee, it is New Year's Day in Korea. So, aloha makahiki ho, happy Lunar New Year. I don't know how to say it in Korean, but in Hawaiian, in Hawaiian we say hau'oli makahiki ho, happy New Year. And in Cantonese, right, we say gong hi fat choi, and in Mandarin gong shi fat cai. And so I'll have to learn how to say happy Lunar New Year in Korean, okay? Sunhee, you have to teach me. And Kazue Sato, aloha, nice to see you in Yapana. Marika Kusam, nice to see you. Aloha no. Angelica Damaro, 7 in the morning in Kelemania, Germany. Aloha. Akemi, it's so good to see you. I send you all of my aloha, Akemi. I'm so happy that you joined us today. And happy Lunar New Year to you too. Catherine Romanow, Linda Sue. Hey, I just saw you the other day at the Muʻumuʻu sale. Angelique Schmidt, Temblor in Germany. Mama Chan, thank you for all of your Muʻumuʻu goodness that you've been sharing with us. Oh my gosh. Okay, Patricia just said it's 1 a.m. in Boston. Okay, we'll try to keep this one short and sweet for all of you folks that are staying up late for hula. It's wonderful to have you. I will send my aloha to you with the aloha chant. I know I said I wasn't going to do any chants in purse, but I'm going to do the oli aloha for you folks. This is Kumu Pilahi Paki's chant that shares the spirit of aloha. So, oli aloha pa. Akahai na Hawaii, lo kahia kulike. Olu olu kamana'o. Ha'a ko kulana. Aho nui ala na kila. Aloha mai nā Hawaii. Ke aloha no kau mea nui. E o mai nā Hawaii. Nā pua lei nā mamo. Ala mai e ka lau hui. Laula e kaulana. O mai ka lehu lehu. Ha'aheo o e Hawaii. Ano ai no ke aloha. Ano ai no ke aloha. Aloha. Thanks for being with us here today. You might notice I'm missing my little sidekick guy. Eames is getting ready for bed right now. Like I said, it's different times here in Hawaii, but we are coming to you live from Nu'uanu on the island of Oahu, and so it's very cool to see all of you joining in from all over the world to squeeze this last little bit out of Mu'umuʻu Month. So for those of you that don't know, January in Hawaii has been declared Mu'umuʻu Month, and it was actually started kind of recently, about 8 years ago, by a woman named Shannon Hiramoto. And she lives on the island of Kauai, the Garden Isle. She wanted to bring back mu'umu'u, celebrate the attire of our Hawaii. And so she really pushed for people to wear as many mu'umu'u as they could throughout the month of January. Now this is the 8th year of it being celebrated. And I actually only heard about it last year in 2021 during the pandemic. And I really heard about it on January 31st. Exactly 1 year from today, a year ago today. And, I found the post that, Shannon had done and a few other of my friends that love mu'umu'u. And I looked at it and I just thought, oh my gosh, these are my people. They love mu'umu'u and Hawaiian aloha attire as much as I do. And so I posted on that day just a kind of collage of all of my hula costumes, not necessarily mu'umu'u, but just all of the costumes that I've been wearing. Oh, there's a picture of it actually. So those are some of the mu'umu'u and hula costumes that I had been wearing here on our Facebook Live. So I posted this exactly 1 year ago, and I swore to myself that I would participate in Mu'umu'u Month in January 2022. And rolled around, and here we are. If you've been following us on Instagram or on Facebook, you know I have been diligently wearing my mu'umu'u every single day and posting them. So we wanted to share those with you and just kind of show you the mu'umu'u that I've been enjoying this past year. I've loved seeing all of your posts in your mu'umu'u from things that you've thrifted or found online or passed down, or I really think a mu'umu'u tells so much about a person. So I'm actually going to play a track that I found, one of my favorites, Territorial Airwaves, Harry B. Soria Jr., and it is a track called Kumu in a Mumu. So I just thought that was kind of fitting because I'm a kumu, I'm a teacher, and I've been wearing my mu'umu'u. So I'm going to play you the track from Harry B. Soria, Territorial Airwaves, and we'll show off some of the mu'u that I have been enjoying this year. So here we go.
We've also got Territorial Airwaves, the in-flight show, exclusively with our friends on Hawaiian Airlines. Any flight in and out of the Hawaiian Islands.
Oh, there's
check
a little
out the
commercial,
Territorial
sorry.
Airwaves in-flight show.
Okay.
Yeah, just did a round trip to the
sorry.
Northwest for 3 days of aloha.
Oh,
Had a great
Harry
time
B.
listening to Territorial Airwaves, and you can too on
Sorry, I
Hawaiian
thought I had this
Airlines.
queued up better.
We'll take you there.
Okay, put up
Let's
put
get
up
back
the
into Lost and Found Hawaiian Sounds Part 2, our continuing mini-series. Let's go to the 1950s in the middle of the rock and roll craze. This is Randy Oness, really.
My little wahine is cute as can be. She works in the laundry at Waikiki. She does was the ummy and the customer sigh for the kumu and the mumu with the twinkle in her eye. Look away, boy, look away. For the kumu and the mumu with the twinkle in her eye is mine. On Saturday night when we went into town, the boys on the corner were hanging around. They opened up their muckers and they started to cry. It's the kumu and the mumu with the twinkle in her eye. Look away, boys, look away. For the mumu and the mumu with the twinkle in her eye is mine.
Randy Onez. Jack Pinkman.
Old take Sister Sarah and Clarabelle too. And don't forget Sue with the new Opu. Wahinis and maninis, you will pass them by. For the kumu and the mumu with the twinkle in her eye. Look away, boys, look away. For the kumu and the mumu with the twinkle in her eye is mine. We had a big wedding for baby and me. We walked down the aisle just as gay as can be. The preacher raised his head and he said, oh my, it's the kumu and the mumu with the twinkle in her eye. Look away, look away. For the kumu and the mumu with the twinkle in her eye is mine.
Aloha, this is Randy Onus, and you are in the territory with Harry Soria Jr.
All right, I know. You're so sick of seeing me in muumuus already, but I just had to. I mean, look away, boys. Anyhow, I hope that you enjoyed Kumu and Mumu all month long. We have a special guest who would like to say hello. Ta-da! I know some of you only tune in to see this guy. This is my son. This is Eames Kalania Kea. Oh, look, he has his own title. Anyways, he is getting ready for bed. So, anything you want to say to the kumus and the mumus? All right, very good. All right, get ready for bed. Okay. Anyways, I hope that you've enjoyed being a part of Muʻumuʻu Month. I know that I have. Okay, everybody loves Eames. I get it. Okay. So the whole reason that I jumped on here was not to just show off my brand new muʻumuʻu made of vintage yukata. This is like a Japanese yukata fabric, this one. And then but it's a muʻumuʻu and it's also quilted, in case you couldn't see that beautiful detail. But anyways, the reason I jumped on was not just to show off all of my muʻumuʻu, but we have been working on a hula. We've been working on a Kuʻu Tūtū. A Kuʻu Tūtū was written by Mary Kavena Pukui, who is the scholar who helped to compile the Hawaiian language dictionary and many other texts. There she is, beauty that she was. Mary Kavena Pukui, she often collaborated with Maddie K. Lamb right there on the keys. So Maddie K. Lamb would do the music, Mary Kavena Pukui would do the text, and together they wrote a beautiful but simple mele, which was called a Kuʻu Tūtū. And this one talks about our grandmother. In a way, with all of these muʻumuʻu, I feel like I'm like becoming a tutu. Like without actually having grandchildren, I have just stepped into my kupuna status, okay? Yeah. So I'm going to do a quick review of each verse, and then we'll make it all the way to verse number 5, and that'll be it for today. Okay? So here we are. The very first verse says, I love my grandmother. You're going to start with your hands from your chest. Aloha I ku'u, body motion. Tutu la, stop at the chest. I kanui loko mai kai, for her great kindness. Then we're going to put the left hand behind the ear. Elohe mo ia nala. We always hear her voice. Konaleo, that's calling. Hea hea, calling everyone to come in. Okay, so those are the hand motions for the first verse. It's all going to be ka holo. So we're going to move to the right 3 steps on a tap and then 3 steps on a tap to the left. Let's try aloha. Ready? And aloha i kuʻu tūtū. Roll it the heart. I ka nui loko mai ka I. Listen. Elohe mau I anala kona leo hea hea. So all kaholo down on the bottom, top part of the hands just telling the story. Okay, so that's verse number 1. Let's move on to verse number 2 now. For a quick review, we're going to talk about her gown. So for this one, you're going to touch up by the shoulders, by the bodice of your muʻumuʻu. You're going to flip the palms down, and then it's going to trace right down to her uha, to her hips, okay? O ka holo ku kala koala. And she would wear the long sleeve muʻumuʻu, which so many of you covet. You're going to touch from your shoulders all the way down to your wrists, okay? Just so that you can see it's coming all the way down from the top all the way down like that. That's it, okay? Kahainaka is the handkerchief that she would wear as a neck adornment. You're going to touch your fingertips in the back, right behind your neck, and then they're going to come right across your chest. That's the hainaka. Kahainaka leikili kala. That's what she would always wear. Wave at the shoulder on the left side, wave at the shoulder on the right. Okay, so those are the hands. Now, the feet work. We're going to add in that HULA step. So the HULA step, you're going to start with your heels together, bend the knees slightly, and the right foot is going to extend out to the right, bring it in, and then the left foot out to the left and bring it in. I'll show you that on the Vavai cam since we got it set up. So heels together, knees bent, the right foot goes forward. Make sure your whole foot is touching to the ground, all the way from your toe to your heel. Bring it back together and left. So you're going to get 2 of those. Okay, let's try it. Ready? Just slow. O ka holo ku kala koala. Then holo. Ka muʻumuʻu limanui. Then slow hela. Ka haina ka leikili kala. O kona vehi mauia. Good. So let's add the hands and the feet together. Back at camera 1. Okaholoku. We're going to slow hella right, bring it in. Slow hella left, bring it in. Okay, ready and go. Okaholoku kala koala. Kamu'umu'u limanui behind your neck. Kahaina ka leikili kala. O kona vehi mauia. And then your vamp is always going to be 2 hand kaholo, half a T to the right and left. Very good. Okay. So the first verse was all kaholo. Second verse is a mixture of hela and kaholo. Let's move on to verse number 3. So verse 3 talks about her hobbies. She liked to make quilts. She liked to weave hats. She liked to sew flower lace. So we're going to do all of those things. Left hand is going to make your quilt. Your right hand is going to take the needle, sew the quilt, and then the patches of the quilt, side and side. Okay. Then to weave the lei, right hand over left, and then hands by the crown of the papale or the hat. That's it. Then you're going to form the flower with the left hand. Right hand is going to sew the flower, lift it up behind your neck, and then hold right here at your chest. Then you're going to smell that flower lei. Oh, make make means she likes it and she's going to give it all away. Okay, sounds like a grandma I know. Yeah, just give everything all away. So generous, okay? So this one, when you're doing your sewing of your quilt, you're going to do a ka'o. So you're going to sway ka'o, ka'o. Okay? Ready? And, oh, sorry. No, all kaholo. Sorry, all kaholo. So kaholo to the right. Ready? And go. O kahumu kapa poho pohola. Kaulana meka pa'apale. O ke kuilei pua alala. A oia kona make make. Give it out. So all kaholo for that one. Keep it simple since the hands are kind of busy. That's it. Okay? So that was verse number 3. All right, you can always come back and watch the replay. I know it's going kind of fast, but we're going to move right on to verse number 4. Now, verse number 4, we did not this past Saturday, but 2 Saturdays ago, and we talked about her room, okay, grandma's room. So on this one, left hand is going to start across your chest, right hand is going to draw from one corner to the other corner. And then you're going to show that room over there, okay? So again, point to the left front corner, right front corner, and flip it on over this way. By the way, if this feels like it's going kind of fast, you can always watch the replays from the past month. And each week we broke down just one verse. So it goes much, much slower. Feel free to check those out. Left hand across your chest, once again to corner, corner. Ia ma kona lumila. In her room, there's a great big rocking chair. So you're going to swish your hands to the left, swish your hands to the right, and then you're going to show that rocking chair. So you sort of make the back of the chair and the arm of the chair, or maybe it's the rocker part of the chair down here, kind of nice and rounded, okay? So a swing or sway, and then make that noho pai pai, that rocking chair. Then he mea ho'o luli luli, it's the thing that calms or cradles. You're going to rock the baby 4 times. Her lei of mo'opuna, all of her grandchildren, you're going to put on the lei, and then you're going to touch the children's heads in the center, and then right on the side. She must have plenty mo'opuna, lots of grandchildren. Okay, so let's try that verse. Hands across your chest. This is your left hand. Your right hand is going to draw from corner to corner. Aia ma kona lumila, a rocking chair. He no pai pai nui, cradle the baby. He mea ho luli luli la, her lei. I kana lei mo opuna. That's it. Now this verse features a lot of that ka'o. So that's a sway. For the style that I was taught, it's very flat-footed. So we don't do too much of the lifting of the heels, but we keep our feet very, very flat, okay? So it's going to start with 2 ka'o. Ready and sway. Aia ma kaholo. Kona lumila. Then ka'o. He noho pai kaholo. Pai nui, then rock the baby. He mea ho'o luli luli la kaholo. I kana lei mo'opuna. Got it? Maybe? You can always go back and watch the replay. Don't worry about it. So that last verse that we just did, pauku eha, is a mixture between ka'o, sway, and kaholo. Okay? We're moving right along to pauku e lima. This is the hula dancer's favorite verse because it means we get to go have dinner after this. Yeah? So Ha'ina says the story is told. For this one, you're going to start with your left hand on your waist. Your right hand is going to draw from your mouth out to the corner. And then your left hand from the mouth out to the corner. About the simplest Ha'ina that you could ever have. Okay? So here we go. Ha'ina mai kapua nala. Now, the ha'ina is a recap, a recapitulation of the whole story. So you're going to notice that the rest of the motions for this verse should be familiar because they are taken from earlier parts of the choreography. So Ku'u Tūtū, you're going to do a body motion from overhead, and it's going to come right to your chest. Remember that from the first verse? Yeah? So after ha'ina, mouth out to the right, mouth out to the left, body motion up and to the chest. And then that aloha is the very first motion of the whole thing. Cross your arms and open. Okay, so let's try it. Ha'ina, hand to the mouth. Ha'ina mai kapua nala o ku'u tūtū aloha. Now, the next 2 lines are exactly like the first verse. Listen to the right. Elohe mau ianala. Konale, her voice. Leo hea hea. Bring it from the out to the in. So her voice pushes from the mouth, palms forward. And then lift it right into the chest. So the lines are exactly like the first verse, and we're going to lift the choreography from the first verse and we'll plop it right down here in the verse 5. Like most of our hula, when you get to ha'ina, your brain is a little bit fried, especially when it's 8 p.m. at night. So we're going to keep all kaholo just to keep it simple. Hand on your waist, left hand. Right hand is from your mouth. Let's kaholo to the right. Ha'ina, here we go. Ha'ina mai kapuana la tutu. O ku'u tūtū aloha lohemo. Elohemo ianala kona leo hea hea. That's it. So our palms are into the mouth, yeah, and then bring it in. That's right. So that's our ha'ina verse. We're going to try it with a little recording that I put together. Now, this recording is based on Raiatea Helm's version of the song. So please go use her version because she's a professional. I just kind of make like, okay? So here we go. Ready? Follow to the right. We're going to do ha'ina. Mouth out, right hand. Ku'u Tūtū, my grandma. That is so beloved. We always hear her voice calling everyone to come in. Let's try that verse one more time. Ha'ina. Ku'u Tūtū, lift it up. Love motion. Elohemo. Her voice. Hea, hea. Kaholo to the right. And left. Step back on the right. Touch your shoulders. And drag it out. That's it. That's the ending. So we're going to finish those 2 kaholos. Step back on the right foot. Touch your shoulders. And pull. That's the whole thing. Okay? I know it was fast and furious and you're probably thinking, too much. But don't worry. The replay will be available right after this, right here on Facebook, also on YouTube. And so you can put it all together. Are you ready? We're going to start all the way from the tippy top. From the very, very first verse, we're going to go through all 5 verses of E Ku'u Tūtū. This is Mary Kavena Pukui and Maddie Lamb's Mele, honoring our grandparents, E Ku'u Tūtū. Let's try. Aloha. Roll at the heart. Lohemo, listen right. First verse will repeat. Aloha.
Aloha, ku'u tūtū.
Loko mai kai is a good heart.
Loko mai
Elohemo.
Elohemo ianala, kona leo hea hea.
Second verse. Okaholoku.
Okaholo
Her dress. With the long sleeves. That's what she wears to adore her shoulder. Follow. Try that verse one more time. Oka sleeves. Kahaina ka. Aholo. Third verse. Now we're going to make a quilt. Patchwork quilt. And weave a palm hat and a lei. Oka Okay, next verse. Aya, there in her room.
Aia makona lumila
Is a
e
rocking
noho pai pai nui he mea hoʻoluli
This is where
lulila
she cradles her lei of
lei
moʻopuna.
moʻopuna.
Okay, once more. Aya, there in her room
Aia makona
is her
lumila
rocking chair.
e noho pai pai
Rock the
nui
baby.
he mea hoʻoluli
All of those
lulila
grandchildren. Her lei of
lei moʻopuna.
Okay, last verse. Haina.
Haina mai ka
Last verse.
puanala o Kuʻu Tūtū a
Elohe, listen
Elohe mauia
to her sweet
nala
voice.
kona leo he a he a.
Okay. Second time of this last verse. Haina.
Haina mai ka puanala o Kuʻu Tūtū a
Elohe mo, listen
Elohe mauia
to her
nala
sweet voice.
kona leo he
Is our
a
big
he
hinting.
a.
Follow to the right. Follow to the left. Step back on the right, touch your shoulders. And down. Weehaw! All right. Well, that's all she wrote. That's all Mary Kavenapukui and Maddie Lam wrote. There's 5 verses. We've jammed them all in the month of January. And I hope that you've really enjoyed it. If today seemed a little bit fast and furious, sorry about that. Definitely go check out the replays of the past 4 Saturdays, and you'll get to see each one of those verses slowed down, or you can just watch the replay of today just to get a little recap. I hope that you really enjoyed it, and we do have more coming at you in February, which I know starts tomorrow. Those of you that are enrolled in our Tuesday night class, actually, I have to email you folks. Kumu cannot start at 6 o'clock tomorrow. I have to start at 7 p.m. Hawaii time, which is very odd. I know. I cannot be in 2 places at the same time. So I'll email all of our Tuesday people. Normally, we're always 6 o'clock Hawaii Standard Time. And if you would like to sign up, you can actually enroll on our website. So in order to take our Wahine classes, you can take weekly classes, either in person, hopefully starting in later in February, or on Zoom. So you can join us from wherever you are around the world. We start here in Hawaii at 6 p.m. Hawaii time. So might be different times for all of you folks around the world, but we've had people join us from all over. So we would really love to have you. You can join our class and also sign up for our membership, which gives you not only access to those weekly classes, but also to our Sunday one-day workshops. So every month we do 1 day of HULA, and we'll teach the entire song in 1 day. It's the same song that we teach on Tuesdays for that month. So you could either come to all of the weekly Tuesdays, or you could come to 1 day on Sunday. So the next Sunday workshop that's coming up is going to be on February 27th. And in the Tuesday class, as well as the Sunday class, we're going to be doing Keli'i Raichel's Mauna Leo. He aloha no Mauna Leo. You folks know the one? Anyways, go check it out. Check it out on our website. You can sign up for those Tuesday weekly classes and have access to the Sunday one-day workshops. Same price for either or both. And if you sign up for the membership, you also get access to all of the workshops as they go throughout the entire year. So you'll have access to this month's, which we just finished this past weekend, which was Nani Kauai, and the rest of the workshops going forward. We're always adding new things to the membership site, so definitely check that out. And if you have any questions or are wondering if it's a good fit for you, just reach out to me. I'm happy to answer questions, or there's a bunch of our students right here online. I'm sure they would be happy to share with you what they've learned and how they've enjoyed taking classes with Halau na Puahala. So I think that's it. Did I miss anything? I got it all. All right. Well, I don't know what I imagined this January 31st Muʻumuʻu wrap up to be, but I imagined it to be like very elegant and beautiful, but I think I'm spent. I've given you all the muʻumuʻu that I have to give. So hope you have had a little bit of fun with me and hope to see you in a muʻu dancing a hula someday soon. Until next time, keep practicing and we'll see you very, very soon. Ahui ho.